Welcome back to the channel, everybody. This is the GXSimmer, and we are on Chapter 7 of Nina and Amanda. And if you like today's content, please remember, like, share, subscribe, click the notifications bell so you always know when I'm coming out with new content. Let's get into Chapter 7 of Nina and Amanda. When we last left off, Amanda and Tony were saying goodbye to each other at the airport terminal. Are they ever going to see each other again? We're about to find out. Hang on, it's a great ride ahead. Get a drink, get a snack, and let's go.
So it's been 2 weeks since Amanda has been back. Tony hadn't called her. She wonders if he's decided that she'll be a vacation memory, and if that's the case, she's okay with it. She could call him, but he said he would call her, and she doesn't want to seem desperate. It was fun while it lasted, but she misses him. It'll be hard to forget him, especially since she fell. No, she won't allow herself to do that. What happens in Selva Dorada stays there, and it will be a memory, that's all. As she's finishing up with a patient on Tuesday morning, her phone rings. She sees the name on the cell phone and reaches for her phone immediately. "Hi," she says. "I'm so happy to hear from you." "Me too," he says. "Been thinking about you since I've been back. Couldn't wait to call as soon as I got a break." "Yeah, been thinking a lot about you too," Amanda says with a smile. "Listen, how about a date?" "Yes." "Sure, where?" "Greenhouse Restaurant's new. Have you heard of it?" "In San Sequoia?" "Yeah, I did. I wanted to go there," Amanda says. "Well, let's go," he says. "How about tonight, 8 p.m.? "I'm at work until 6. I can meet you there," she asks. "Yeah, sure," he says. "I'll get us a table and a couple of drinks." "Sounds good," she says. "I can't wait to see you." "Me too. I'll see you tonight," he says. She hangs up the phone excited. She won't have time to go home and change, so she'll have to change out of her scrubs to her work clothes. She drives to the restaurant. He's waiting for her, leaning against the building. He lights up when he sees her. He looks good. "Hi," she says as he takes her hand and kisses her on the cheek. "Hi, beautiful," he whispers. "Been a while, huh?" "You could say that," she says. What she wants to do is throw her arms around his neck and kiss him until he begs to come up for air, but she's playing it cool. "Come on, let's eat," he says as he takes her hand and leads her into the restaurant. He walks her over to a table and a drink is waiting for her. It's the drink they had in Selva Dorada that she loved, and she smiles that he remembered. He pulls out her chair for her, treating her like a lady. She loves it. They have a lovely date, and although he wants her in the worst way, she says she must be at work in the morning. He asks her out on Friday night, and she says yes. He tells her that he'll see her on Friday, and this time he leaves her with a kiss that makes her knees quake, butterflies go off in her stomach, and her heart beats wildly. She can't wait until Friday. She goes home and thinks to herself how awesome that date was. She can't believe that the guy she was never supposed to see again is the one who is on her mind the most. Funny the way life is. On Friday, they go out again. This time she's really dressed up and can't take his eyes off of her. They have a wonderful night together in a posh restaurant in San Myshuno, and then they go back to his apartment. It's a studio, but cozy, except for a very ugly pink porcelain pig that sits in the corner of the room. This time, it's not like an itch that needs to be scratched. No, it's lovemaking, and it's intense. She finds herself feeling something she hasn't in a long time. She is falling for him hard. And he can't imagine how he never met her sooner, but is thankful for those nights in Selva Dorada. She wakes up beside him and spends the morning with him in bed. Shortly after, he makes her breakfast. She is wearing his t-shirt and drawstring sweatpants. They're big on her, but comfy. He is wearing his white terry cloth robe. She notices boxes in the corner of the room and asks him, "Are you moving?" "Yeah," he says. "I got an apartment closer to my work, bigger too. I'll be there in 2 weeks. "What town?" Amanda asks. "Evergreen Harbor," he replies. "Oh, that's where I live," she says. "You do?" he asks. "Wait, I thought you lived in Oasis." No, I just took the plane there to catch a connecting to Evergreen. It's a nice town. I like it." Tony chuckles and says, "Oh, that's weird." "Yeah, I thought I told you," she says. "No, I don't think you did," he says with a chuckle. "My clinic is in Evergreen Harbor, and I have a little apartment not far from there. It's right around the corner." "You know something? Wouldn't it be funny if I moved into the apartment next door to you?" he asks with a smirk. "Well," she jokes, "that could come with certain benefits." "I'd say," He smirks, pouring a cup of coffee. So listen, I was thinking, have you ever been to Plum Bite Pier? Once, many years ago, she says. I'd like to go next weekend. What do you say you and I take out a rental, spend the weekend there? Next weekend, she asks. Yeah, why? I've got my kid next weekend, and if I cancel again, my ex will freak, Amanda says. Oh, I see, Tony says. Yeah, I've canceled twice already. Once when I went on vacation, the other one I got back. My ex and I have had words over it a few times, so I can't cancel again. I've got to be a responsible parent. It's okay, he says. So I guess I won't see you that weekend at all. I have my daughter, Tony. I'm not sure I want to expose her to us yet, Amanda says. Yeah, I think I understand, he says. Well, I'm not going to be able to see you much next week. I'll be moving during the day and working nights until 2 a.m., at least until they get extra coverage, then I can be off at 11 again. I'm sorry, I'm really trying to be a good parent. My kid hasn't handled the divorce well, and then Jack was mean to her. They used to fight, and it's one of the reasons why I would never have married him. Now she's sort of okay and getting used to it, but not really, Amanda says. I understand, he says. I've never had any kids, but I do like kids. I can't imagine being mean to a kid. How old is she? 7, Amanda says. Going to be 8 in the fall. Being mean to a little girl like that? Nah, that's not right, he says. Let's see how it goes. I just don't want to expose her to this unless I'm sure, Amanda says. Sure about? Well, about us, she says. Hey, listen, I was going to save this until Plum Bite, but I really like you. I even more than like you. I want us to be a couple, Amanda. I've never wanted a relationship until I met you, and I want to try. Do you want to? He asks. Tony, Amanda says nervously. Listen, look, I know you think you got a lot of baggage and you've been this horrible person, but you're not. I know I'm not a muscle-bound guy or even a handsome guy. I'm pudgy and I can be a slob. I'm a glutton when I eat and I'm crazy about you. I think you're smart, beautiful, funny, sexy, and so great in bed. I got so lucky to meet you in Salvadorada. Why wouldn't I want to be with you? Think about it. We could be great together. I don't think it was just a random thing in Salvadorada. If it was, I wouldn't be here with you now. And I think we could be something fantastic. Give it a try. This past week has been amazing, and I want more amazing times, and I want them all with you. I can't do this now, Tony, Amanda says with worry. I'm not ready to be that involved yet. I know you feel that way, but let me show you how great it could be. We could be amazing,
I can't.
Amanda snaps. Oh, he says sadly. But I admire the courage it took for you to say that to me. I like you a lot too, Tony, and I even more than like you. But to take that step, I'm not ready. I am a broken, shattered woman, and I can't allow myself to... Her voice trails off as she feels tears coming. So, you want things like they are now? He asks with contempt. Uncomplicated, uncommitted, couple of woohoos, couple of drinks. Is that it? Yeah, she says. He nods and says, yeah, okay. Tony, look, Amanda, I've got work later and it's got stuff to do. So I think you should go, he says flatly. Oh, Tony, don't. No, I just, I put myself out there and you. Tony can't finish as he turns away. Could you just give me some space? Sure, she says. Call me? Yeah, sure. He says. She kisses his cheek, collects her belongings, and then leaves. He watches her go and then runs to the window as she turns and looks up at his apartment on the second floor. He watches her go into her car and drive away. He sits down on his bed with his hand over his eyes, looking like he'd cry. He wants to. The woman he loves just rejected him, and he's wondering if this should go on. He's moving soon. Maybe he should just change his number and forget her. She'll get over him. She doesn't seem to want what he wants. So much for falling in love.
Ugh, poor Tony. Doesn't that just kill you when you hear that line? But that's where we're leaving off today. And if you like today's episode, you know what to do. Like, share, subscribe, click the notifications bell so you never miss any of the episodes or any of my content. Once again, I thank you so much for all your support, your comments, liking, sharing, subscribing, all of that means so much to me. This little channel continues to grow. It's all because of you. Thank you so much for everything. I'll see you next time on Chapter 8 of Nina and Amanda. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.